Simple random methods are the most basic method used, and this is where we can end up using a random table of numbers or cutting a piece of paper and putting a name or number on that paper, placing it in a box or a hat or some type of a basket, and drawing that name out. And whenever we draw that name out, deciding if that person or participant is going to go into an intervention group or to go into a usual care or control group. This approach gives everyone an equal opportunity to get selected for either the intervention or the control/usual care group. To have the right size sample, because if you have a sample that's too small, then errors will result. And if you have a sample that's too large, you'll waste your resources. Another serious concern. This lecture is going to be about sampling and assessing and developing a sampling plan for a research study. Our objectives today are to talk about what is a sampling plan, identify sampling methods for qualitative and quantitative research, and recognize sampling methods that are used for these design methods. So what is a sampling plan, you might ask? It helps clearly identify the method used for sampling in a research study. It helps identify the setting, which is specific and controlled based on the study design. There's some common terminology we should probably talk about. Let's look at this figure on the right-hand side. In the purple, we have the element, which is the participant usually in the research study. Sometimes we'll call this person the subject or the object or event that's being studied. Next is the sample, which is the select group of people that comprises the elements. So as a researcher, I should be able to identify every one of the patients that are participating in all my studies as an element, and collectively they make up my study sample. Now the pool of people where I'm actually drawing the sample for my study is the accessible population. This is where I'm actually able to identify participants that might be possibly interested and willing to participate. Now, a target population is not only accessible to the researchers, but they are also individuals or subjects that also meet specific sampling criteria. This sampling criteria is crucial for the research study. And lastly is the population, which is the particular group of individuals or elements that is trying to be studied as a whole at large. So to recap, sample is actually the noun, sampling is actually the action, and populations is what we want to generalize our